Hello, students. Good morning. Hey, your educator Dolcy. So, we are on chapter number third, human reproduction. And as you all know, in our last lecture, we have discussed about the cleavage, then the blastulation. So, as you know, in our last lecture, we are with the blastocyst stage, which is a kind of stage that comprises of the outermost trophoblast layer, at its one end, that is said to be the embryonic pole, inner cell mass is present from which the embryo is formed, and on the other side a kind of blastocell or a cavity is present, that is said to be the abembryonic pole. So after this, today we are going to start with the implantation of that blastocyst inside the endometrium of the human uterus, so that the development of the baby starts. So firstly, what is implantation? So, the process of attachment of the blastocyst, that is mammalian blastocella, on the endometrium of the uterus, it is said to be the implantation. Means whenever the blastocyst it attaches itself to the endometrial wall of the uterus of human female, that process is said to be the implantation. And now next question is, at which day of the after the fertilization actually the implantation occur? So though the implantation may occur at any period between the 6th to 10th day after fertilization, means the period is variable from female to female. Sometimes it occurs at the 6th day, sometimes 7 days, sometimes 8th, 9th or 10th. It is variable depending upon the female variability, but actually it generally, or most of the cases, it occurs on the 7th day after fertilization. Means it occurs generally on the 7th day after fertilization. So next is, what is the mechanism of fertilization? The first step of the implantation is zona hatching, in which the blastocyst firstly loses its zona pellucida. This is very important question, as I told you in the last lecture, that the first step of implantation is the zona hatching. Zona hatching actually means the removal of the zona pellucida in the presence of certain lytic factors. The important of these is the plasmin protein, okay, that is present in the uterine cavity of the human female. This plasmin protein ensure the loss of zona pellucida from the outer surface, okay. And then this blastocyst is held closely against the uterine endometrium, that is said to be the apposition, okay. This blastocyst is held closely against the, means it attaches, as is displayed on your screen. The blastocyst it attaches itself opposite to that of the uterine wall. It make attachment there. That process is known as apposition, okay. And the uterine capillaries and the uterine wall, that is in just immediate vicinity, close vicinity of the embryonic. Vicinity means closeness, direct contact of the embryo, it become permeable, and a local stroma edema, a kind of connective tissue barrier or a kind of interaction, it is developed between the both the implanted blastocyst and the uterine wall, okay. And this, with this attachment, a first reaction or a first sign of the decidual cell reaction is observed in the endometrium of the human female around the embryo. That is the first sign of decidual cell reaction. So what happens in the decidual cell reaction? It is next point, that the epithelium it become disrupted, means it start to disrupt, and it become loosely packed, and the cells like fibroblast cells are present in this, they get transformed into the fibroblast, means fiber like cells, they get transformed themselves into large rounded glycogen filled cells, okay. And the area of contact between the baby and the endometrium, it also become more vascular. Next step, the decidual cells they form an implantation chamber around the embryo. The function of this chamber is to provide nourishment to the growing embryo, so that it is a kind of functional placenta occur. Okay, next, as you know, the outermost layer trophoderm is for nourishment. So that trophoblast is developed from superficial layer of the morula stage. After that, this trophoblast is lined by mesoderm to form the chorion. that ultimately, as you know, chorion is the part of placenta which ultimately changes up into the placenta. There also it provide nourishment to the growing embryo. Okay, next is the trophoblast of the chorion. It penetrates the uterine epithelium by both cytolytic and mechanical activity. And the phagocytic activity of these trophoblastic cell, they continue and they make a direct contact with the blood vessels of the uterus. This implantation, it occurs with the help of some kind of acidic proteins which degrade this wall and ensure the formation of the kind of implantation tissue growth between the placenta and the embryo axis of the baby. The pattern of the implantation of the blastocyst, it varies from species to species. As you all know, different species have different kind of blastocyst implantation pattern. In human female and certain other mammals, they show hedgehog, pinia. These means in these organisms the implantation is interstitial type. What do you mean by interstitial? Means it is the actually the baby or the trophoblast, it embed itself or bury itself into the endometrium. That method is said to be the interstitial. As you can see on the diagram, actually what happens that your blastocyst, it is a bowl like structure. It first make contact with the uterine wall, that is the endometrium. Then it a kind of depression is formed, that is said to be the interstitial implantation, which make the trophoblast it get buried into the endometrium so that it make a ultimate intimate contact within the uterine wall and can harvest all the nutritive material for the development of the embryo through these highly vascular endometrial walls. Due to these region, the human female diet is directly transferred to the development of the baby during these days of the pregnancy. Hence, the female become weakened with the health. Now, as you all know, this process of implantation is very complex, and large number of hormonal changes are observed in the human female. So now our primary focus here is to discuss that which kind of hormone is going to influence which kind of function of the human body, human female. So now we will discuss each and every hormone that is involved in the process of the embryo formation in detail. Okay. So, as you all know, in the body of a human female, only two hormones are present that dominate on its role. First hormone is the estrogen, and second hormone is the progesterone. And as I told you when I taught you the hormonal control in the human female, that the estrogen is produced by the cortical cells of the Graafian follicle, adrenal cortex, and the placenta region, while the LH hormone, it actually stimulates the progesterone hormone, and the secretion of progesterone is observed through the corpus luteum. So for the secretion of for the secretion of progesterone, corpus luteum is responsible, while for the secretion of estrogen, follicular cells are present of Graafian follicle. The secretion of estrogen, it is stimulated by the FSH of the anterior lobe of pituitary, while the secretion of progesterone is stimulated by the LH of the anterior lobe of pituitary gland. So this is the difference between both the hormones. Now what we have to discuss turn by turn the function of both these hormones. So first of all is the role of estrogen. As you know, estrogens are actually the steroidal hormones. Okay, these are the steroidal hormones which are secreted by the follicular epithelial cells of the Graafian follicle of the adrenal cortex and placenta region. Usually estrogens are three, that is beta estriol, estrone, and estriol. As you all know, out of these, the most functional, most important, most versatile type of the hormone is the beta estradiol. So the secretion of the estrogen, as is stimulated by the FSH of the anterior pituitary, these hormones, they stimulate the uterine epithelium to enlarge and become more vascular and more glandular. Means vascular means they become rich in blood supply, Glandular means the number of glands secrete increases. These uterine glands, they become tortuous and screw shaped, means their shapes they change. So the endometrium, it prepares itself for the implantation, because if these hormones will not work, no implantation is possible. So this stimulation by estrogen on the uterus, it generally it starts at the 4th day of the pregnancy, but it continues throughout whenever up to the time the implantation takes place. Okay, so actually sometimes, what about implantation? Implantation is not always at a right place. Sometimes the implantation, it occurs at a site in the female uterus other than the uterus, means fertilization occur, but it occur not at a right place in the uterus. It occurs sometime above the uterine lesion, sometime below the uterine exact region. At that type, the baby is washed off out by the body of the female. That is said to be aborted. And that kind of pregnancy where the location of the baby is not true or exact, that stage is said to be the ectopic pregnancy. This is important definition. What is ectopic pregnancy? That when implantation, it occurs at a site of female reproductive tract but other than the uterus, means if the fertilization, it doesn't occur at the uterus, that type of pregnancy is said to be the ectopic pregnancy. Second hormone is progesterone. So it is also a steroid hormone that is secreted by yellow colored endocrine gland that is said to be the corpus luteum. So it is secreted by corpus luteum that is formed from the empty Graafian follicles during the pregnancy. As you know, when the scanduocyte is released, the leftover structure is said to be the corpus luteum. So that corpus luteum, it carries small amount of progesterone. It secretes, while the rest of the progesterone, it is secreted by the adrenal cortex and the placenta. So the secretion of progesterone, as I told you, who stimulates the secretion of progesterone? It is secreted by LH hormone, secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary. So what is the function of progesterone? That progesterone, it occurs only on those uterine cells which have been earlier stimulated by estrogen. So the cells which are firstly stimulated by estrogen, they are further stimulated by the progesterone, and then further this progesterone, it stimulates the proliferation of the endometrium of uterus and prepare it well for the process of implantation. It also help in implantation, placenta formation, and normal development of the fetus in the uterus. So now in summary, that what the implantation is. So implantation is the process when the blastocyst, it embeds itself inside the uterine wall of the human endometrium, human female uterus wall. How this occur? This occurs with the help of 2-3 hormones. The most important of these is estrogen and progesterone. Firstly, estrogen detects some of the cell and make them better to implant. Then those stimulated cells are further stimulated up by the progesterone, and these progesterone hormone, they make ready those cells for the process of implantation, so that the implanted tissue, that is the blastocyst, now harvest all the necessary nourishment from the embedded tissue, from the highly glandular, highly vascular endometrium of the uterine wall of human female. So implantation is nothing, it is just the attachment of the blastocyst with the endometrial wall of the human female uterus. Okay, so here the important term is the ectopic pregnancy. So ectopic pregnancy, as you all know, it is a kind of non-proper site implantation. Implantation occur, but it doesn't occur at a specific or perfect place. It occurs at some kind of non-perfect space, that is said to be the ectopic pregnancy. And these type of pregnancy are washed off generally, means the baby do not survive with the ectopic pregnancy, it is aborted. So this is all for the cleavage or the implantation. So after fertilization topic, in the post fertilization topic, we have done the 3. Firstly the fertilization, secondly the cleavage, and thirdly the blastulation, and third one is the implantation. So these all three topics, they will be a part of single question. You will definitely get one or two questions from these topic. So prepare for these and ask questions, attempt multiples. Thank you.